I'm just playing.
I have
Okay.
to put it at this angle. I hope that you guys can hear us.
I'm trying to sign in, make sure that I know the sound is good on both. Hey.
Hopefully, happy Saturday.
Hopefully, faithfully, hopefully. That's Jagged Edge. Oh, hopefully, hey. Oh, oh, hey, 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 oh, ho, ho, you're going live with us. Hey, it's Saturday. Hey, and we don't cuss. Oh, it's in the cipher. Hey, he really wiped her. Hey, I got a ring. Hey, I like to sing. Look. Hey, okay, so let me fix.
Okay.
Because I'm moving too much. Okay,
Shout
so
out to
hey,
Kobe
y'all.
Bryant.
Right. I have not worn this shirt since before I was pregnant. I was a lot smaller. Now I feel like this is a bustier. It's holding me
Not a
together.
boosty.
This shirt is like, hey, Kobe is hanging on
A boosty, okay.
for dear life.
Just trying to log into her.
Well, I was just trying to see, how's the sound? Anyone who is here, we are live on Facebook and we are live on Instagram simultaneously.
Yes.
So we want to make sure that the sound is good. If anybody can give us a thumbs up, give us an emoji, give us something. Give us something. We leaving here with something.
We're leaving here with something.
How's the sound? Okay, how's the sound? Let us know. Give us a emoji, a clap, give us a heart, give us a thumbs up if the sound is Gucci. Okay? Okay. If the sound ain't, hey, thank you so much.
Okay, it is. Okay.
Thank you.
Clutch.
Thank you. Very clutch. And if you're on the other platform, yes, we got a thumbs up on Instagram. So we're just wondering about Facebook, but that's okay. We're gonna keep it going.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. This is Goins Live.
Goins Live.
Like our last name, we have so many things going on.
Right.
And we're committed to coming live once every Saturday at minimum. 4 Saturdays in a month. Maybe there's 5 sometimes. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, we Goins Live because we got to talk about everything we have goings on.
Yeah, 1,000%. You know, it's a lot. It's a lot. There's good things. There's your trials, your tribulations. There's your wins. There's your successes. Goins Live is a combination of all of our entities in one.
Yeah, Get Goins Pest Control. As you can see, he's wearing Get Goins Pest Control shirt because after this live, he is going to do a termite inspection for escrow. So if someone's buying a house, they need an inspection on their house. They want to know that there's no termites and nothing destroying the wood. And before I was pregnant, before I had Grace, him and I would do these inspections together. And it was so much fun.
Yes,
I miss being in the field.
Yeah, so I'm just holding it down and Goins from there. Keep It Goins is our nonprofit, which we'll talk about our amazing event yesterday.
Yes, that is we provide free pest control services to people who can't afford it with Keep It Going. So that's dear to our heart.
Right. So we have the Outgoings, which you guys are currently watching on, which is our love, our marriage, and our production brand. We do have Grace.
Yes.
Which is, again, parenting. And then we also have Goins Guidance, which is our spiritual life.
Yes, the Grace devotionals that Ryan makes every day.
Yeah.
And it's a blessing to me.
And you give me devotionals too. And so it's really a combination of our marriage. Spiritual life is the most important thing. Because I'm telling you, without spiritual life, you getting your tail whooped. Trust me.
Yeah, because it's definitely, January has whipped us a little bit.
A little bit.
In a good way. It's like whipping us into shape.
Right.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah. And then Goins Goodies. We got to talk about this birthday cake.
Oh my gosh, yes. Goins Goodies. He made Grace a birthday cake. He baked her a cake from scratch, and it was good.
So let's start right there. Why not? Let's start with her birthday.
Okay. So Grace turned 1 year old. I can't believe that she turned 1 year old. It says, Ryan, when you turn your hand, your mic gets muffled. Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Let me see. Let me get them together. When he turn, okay. So just that. Oh, when he turns this way.
Okay.
You know what? If you want, you could just. You wanna? I don't know which one is muffled.
It's probably this one for sure.
Okay. How's that? If he turns towards me, how's that?
If I put it down here, actually,
Oh, yeah, that's true.
that should be good right there.
Thank you so much, sound.
Wow.
Right?
Some production. Is that better? If I turn. It's not moving.
No.
Okay.
It's not moving.
It should be Gucci.
Yeah, let us know. La.
La. La.
We're just doing some sound checks, guys. This is as we're growing. Oh, that works. Okay, thank you. Thank
Okay.
you so much. God bless you.
Who's that?
You need to be in sound or production because the fact that you are helping, you are a part of the beginning, okay? Because yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
We want the sound to be good, and I hope I'm good too. I may need to make an adjustment too since I'll be turning and talking to you and looking at you. Hey.
Yeah,
Hey.
we want to keep the podcast style, which is why we're looking at one another.
Yeah, because we're not.
Up.
Yes, thank you. We're not coming on here to preach at people or talk at people. It's like we're talking about what we have going on with each other because we believe that our marriage, the Lord just said, hey, I want to use your marriage to encourage other people who are married, want to be married, who, just desire love, partnership, commitment. And we also own businesses together.
Yeah.
And we're also not spring chickens, okay? It's not like we met each other in our 20s, got married in our 20s, and we're navigating this as super young. We're seasoned.
Yeah.
We're seasoned, I like to say.
Yeah, I got some WD-40 on these joints, some anointing oil.
Right. So
thank you. So, yeah, her birthday was Tuesday.
Yes, she's
the
a year.
27th.
She's a year.
How do you feel about that?
Well, Nicole, a friend of ours they also have a 1-year-old a week before Grace. And I remember on her Instagram, she did a video of her blowing out a candle for herself, like a year of giving birth. So I still want to do that and I will. But I feel many things. It's beautiful to watch her grow. I mean, we're watching her like stand and that first step is probably closer than we think. But I'm also like, dang, like you're getting older and it's beautiful, but it's bittersweet,
Yeah. You posted pictures of her in that song. Thank you for the best year of my life. So I'll watch that time and time again, and I look at how, when they develop, they take on the look that they are. But you can kind of see yourself, and then you can see how pretty her mama is in her.
Thanks.
And so I just kind of reminisce on that, and it was important to me to do a vlog, picture vlog of every week that she had. And seeing that come full circle after a year was something that I get to have memories, and then obviously it's there forever. So she'll be able to look at it in the future. Could you imagine when she gets older, what technology will be like then to look back at?
No. First of all, we were our parents, so Ryan and I, when people would be like, oh, she looks like you, she looks like Ryan, we were like, okay, we need our baby pictures. Man, we're texting our moms, asking for the pictures. They don't know where they are.
Right.
They're like in storage. It's like, so back then it was just pictures. You had pictures. So you had to keep track of them, put them in frames and stuff like that. And if you moved around or just moved to different locations, you may not know where everything is.
Right.
And your parents, in their defense, they got a lot of kids, grandkids, great grandkids.
Yeah.
So anyway, but it is nice to see how she's growing into looking like both of us.
Yeah.
And her personality, she's so independent. She is like,
she
gets frustrated with it.
I think I'm a channel that frustration that she, like earlier I was playing with her and she was just putting the ball in, and every time she puts the little basketball into the hoop, I clap. And so she goes, ah! So she gets excited, but if it doesn't go in and it goes around, she'll get so mad and she'll throw it so I'm gonna use that athlete. I'm gonna use that into that and say, hey, okay, let's channel all of this energy into perfecting the gift that you obviously have. Some type of sports. I'm telling you, Grace is gonna be tall. She's bigger than all the boys at our church that are her age.
I know Grace is tall, you guys.
Yeah, so
she is tall.
Yeah, so I'm super excited, and So starting with Goins Goodies, I made her a cake, and I was kind of nervous about it because most of the cakes that I've ever tried are fluffy. But
Were they dry, just
I don't know.
bland, or?
Well, it's not that they were bland, but they're good, but they weren't compact, if that's the right word. Like, if you take a fork through a cake that's moist, or that's like, that's a certain ingredient. But when I was doing my research, my ingredients were all organic. There were no preservatives, and so when I was following, Chat was helping the brother out a little bit. When I was following the instructions, I was pushing the cake, and I was like, dude, like, is my cake supposed to be this tough? And they're just reassuring me, like, it's okay, your dad, somebody
Chat.
said.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
oh, thank you.
Grace's first birthday, yes.
Listen, Chat will encourage you. ChatGPT, you could be like, you could have really messed up. It'll be so positive. Like, no, you didn't. It's still good. You get, but you were like, come touch this cake, and I touched it because he was in the kitchen doing this, and I was like, he was acting like it was hard as a rock. So when I went over there, I was expecting it not to have any type of softness, and it was perfect. I said, "This is good, babe."
Yeah, no, I
Let's see. Somebody said, "James, you did work on our home in L.A. Happy birthday to your daughter." Oh, is that Ella James? Are they calling you James?
No. It's James that we did work on the house in L.A.
What? Oh, hi, James. Thank you so much.
I believe it was good.
Look, right. Or you would be on here like, hey, get going. No, pest control.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. People's is always unique to everybody. So
right,
it's
we don't know who it is.
We wouldn't know. But
thank you so much.
Yeah.
So the cake was good.
The cake was good.
It was bomb.
The icing was good.
It was bomb.
I appreciate that.
It was. Listen.
What about Grace's first bite?
Oh, y'all. So the content that I got to edit of Grace taking a bite of the cake, she'd never had any sweets at all, let alone like bread and stuff. Like, we've been really on it, preparing her meals from scratch and trying different things. We kind of know what she likes, but what kid typically doesn't like sugar? So he gave her a pretty big slice, and she grabbed it. She was kind of like, and then she just kept going. She just was like, wait a minute. And it was like maybe this big, and it got down to like this big. I think she finally got full.
Yeah, she was like, I remember she was like, the sugar was like, yo.
Yeah, she liked it. So you can bake.
Okay.
I know the birthday word, he was beating himself up. I mean, he wasn't, it wasn't that bad.
What did it look
cute.
like it said?
I knew it said happy birthday. I didn't really dissect the way that you wrote it, but you actually have nice handwriting.
What did it look like it said?
Birthday. You were like saying it looked like Buddy. I swear I did not notice that it didn't look like birthday.
Happy bother, Grassani.
It was fine. All I'm saying is I care about how it tastes.
Yeah.
And I thought you did a great job decorating. Again, I'm not good like that. So you did great.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
I swear you did. It was Mom.
Grace is, that's my little princess. That's my lifelong second love, and I just wanted to make sure that she had a great birthday. I love celebrating birthdays. So.
He's Mr. Birthday, Mr. Holiday, Mr. Christmas, Mr. Any holiday, any special occasion. He loves celebrating it, which I appreciate because I'm not necessarily that way. There are things that I do enjoy to celebrate, but he really does. Yeah. But I like that because we need that balance.
Yeah.
You know?
1000%.
Okay, so yeah, Goins Goodies was a success. Great job. What do you want to go to next? Share some wisdom for us unmarried folk with Valentine's Day approaching. And let me clarify, those of us unmarried folk that are purposing to live for Jesus and with integrity.
Well, there you go.
Wow. All right. Now that was clarification. Okay.
Like where we're going.
Okay. So let's go into marriage. So, okay, let's talk about Valentine's Day. When I was single, I don't know about what you were doing, but when I was single for Valentine's Day, I enjoyed getting together with my girlfriends, or we would go out. I mean, it was kind of like Valentine's Day became a reason for people to go out that were single to mingle and things like that. Now, if you're not in that season of being social in that way, and you kind of are just to yourself. Valentine's Day is not, first of all, the Lord is in love with you. He's in love. He's in love with us. He loves us so much. So we don't need Valentine's Day to exemplify that, his love for us, right? It's a day that, of course, man in the natural realm makes a lot of money on. You know, it's something that, I mean, everything is, you're going to see it, right? All of the gifts in the store, the candy and things like that. But again, if you focus in on the Lord Jesus, he doesn't need Valentine's Day to express his love towards you and you towards them, you towards him. If you are desiring love, though, I think that's fine. And I think you can use the day as a day to say, you know, happy Valentine's Day to me. Happy Lord is in love with me day. Make it your own. I mean, right?
Yeah. Valentine's, any holiday, from the right posture, can be celebrated.
It's about the posture.
When Valentine's Day comes around for me and her, like any other holiday, her birthday, because I love her, then that's what moves me to express the love that I have for her every day on those specific days. Now, and when it's not a holiday, I'll do things to express love, you know, and her love language, which is a whole nother conversation, does change and whatnot.
Yeah.
But me personally, as her husband, I'm gonna take every opportunity to do something, because that's just what I believe. And when I was single, Valentine's Day was, you know, I kind of, you know, hey, Valentine's Day, what's going on? And there was different phases of that. But when I got into a relationship with her, actually our first date before we got married, our very first date in person
was on
Valentine's Day in 2021, which was amazing. I was like, you know, it's out there, but I was, in so many words, said, hey, if we're still talking, because we have just met online on BLK, and I said, if we're still talking, then I would love to take you out for Valentine's Day to help you break your cleanse that she was on, and get you some steak at Ruth Chris, and you know, she had as she says, her roster, but I didn't care about that. I was like, okay, you gonna go on a date with me? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And we were still talking, and we had decided to link up. And at Ruth Chris, we're still wearing masks because of COVID. We're still eating outside. And I had my pest control truck, and I parked it around the corner, and she parked right behind me, and that's a whole nother story. But when we got to Ruth Chris, I got there first. I had her little rose bear and dinner, so I still celebrated it. But when you walked in, I just was like, I'm gonna marry that woman. So that was my first Valentine's Day with this wonderful lady right here. And so I think Valentine's Day is how you want it to be, but don't beat yourself up if you don't have it the way you like it.
Okay, I like that. Okay, she said it's okay. She's saying that this is the last Valentine's Day that she's going to be alone. She's been widowed for almost 8 years.
Oh, okay.
And you're beginning to put the work in for myself as it relates to therapy and managing. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And Dave just popped on too.
Hey,
what's up,
Dave? So I want to say this to you too. It's very putting the work in, like receive the grace to love again and to be loved by who God sends you. Because from what I know of you, and I know we don't know each other well, you are a beautiful person inside and out. And you're always seeking after the Lord and his wisdom. And you're just kind. I mean, again, even through social media, I can sense how kind you are and how warm you are, and you care for others. And I believe that if marriage is what you desire again, especially before the next Valentine's Day, that you will have it. Yeah. Ryan and I met on a dating app, and there were lots of people that were saying, hey, don't get on a dating app, don't do that. And I get it. But in that time, it was COVID, and we were very limited in how we met people. I mean, you meeting people with masks, and people, so we just utilized the dating app at the time to say, hey, God, I know you didn't forget about me and marriage. Right. So I'm going to get on this dating app, and I expect a good experience. Yeah. And I did have one, and he did. And here we are because of an app. So however the Lord wants you to meet your future husband, your love that you'll live out these last days with, just be open to how God wants to do it. His ways are not our ways. Right. It may be an app for you. It may be going out somewhere and running into him for you. It may be on a plane, the grocery store, the gym. It could be anywhere. And I think sometimes we limit God to the scope of what we know.
Yeah, it could be in the DMs.
It could be in the DMs on Instagram. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And discernment, like even no matter how you meet somebody in person or not, you have to still discern their posture towards you. So if a guy, you were serious, I knew you were serious because you were serious online. Yeah. You were serious over the phone. Yeah. You followed up with actions in person. So the dating app didn't make it hard for me to discern where your posture was, that you really meant what you said. Yeah. And even if I would have met him in person, he would have been the same way. So that's just would be my advice, is just don't limit God on how he may want to bring somebody to you, because he can use anything and anybody.
Yeah. And discernment is not emotional. Discernment
is spiritual.
It's spiritual. It's your spirit giving you a check mark, basically saying, this is what it is. Yeah. And so it's kind of like leaning into that.
Like I just leaned in.
Right. Leaning into spiritual life. We're learning a lot about spiritual life. Even more so at Revelation Church, where we attend. And it's really important because that's really the blueprint for your life. And the reason why it's important is because it's really the primary, and you have to push past external circumstances. You have to push past what you think. You have to push past what you feel.
What you feel.
You have to not make decisions. So it's not hard. It's just, without getting too theological, if you're born again, just like Grace was born, she has to grow, right? So to be born again, or to be born from above, means that you can only get what your destiny is being born from above where you're at when you become born again. So it's like you actually live from that place in order for your life to line up. And that means that life has a death process to it, in that I was reading this week about seed time and harvest and seeds. Every seed in the ground has to die before new growth could happen.
Right.
So when God has given us the word, he's planting seeds in us. And when you believe that, then everything has to die around that. And that's really where you begin to live life in relationships and just in general,
Yeah. And to piggyback off what he said, like, for instance, January was not easy for us financially. It just wasn't. And how you navigate that as husband and wife, if we didn't have our spiritual covering, our church, our pastor, and the pastors that we listen to, in general, they're all preaching grace. They're all preaching grace, which is why we're kind of also merging Goins guidance, which is our grace devotionals, into this marriage conversation, because how we get past the emotions of, it's tough financially right now. Why is this card declining? Why can we not pay this bill? Right. Especially when the Lord is prospering you. And I mean, if you guys ever saw our old social media, we were in a studio apartment. Now we're in this house. Okay. So if you moved us here, Lord, right? We only moved here because you said. We only go to the church we go to because you said. We only had grace because you gave us the grace and you said you're going to bring this child into this world.
Right.
So all these things that happen in the natural realm that are like, what is happening here? As husband and wife, being under the same covering, receiving grace on a daily basis. Yeah. I cannot be the wife I need to be without the grace of God. Otherwise, my emotions will be irritated and frustrated and worried and anxious and wanting to control everything and wanting to manage everything and say that you've helped me in this marriage. I used to pray for, Lord, I want to bring me a man that wants to grow closer to God, grow closer to you so I can grow closer to you with him.
Right.
And it's come full circle. I have a better understanding of God now that I'm married. Wow. I have an understanding of grace that I never knew.
Right. Wow.
Because I was raised in the church, in Catholic church. There's nothing wrong with that. You were raised Pentecostal. Nothing wrong with that. The spiritual life, though, is needed outside of religion, outside of the church going process and reading the Bible. It's not enough just to do that and just to pray. You have to have a spiritual covering. And I know many of us have been navigating life in general. Hey, I'm reading my Bible. I'm praying. I'm in the Word. But who's teaching you?
Yeah.
Who's teaching you, right?
Yeah.
And discerning spiritually who you are sent to be taught by. So that would also be, I'm just saying, lumping that into marriage and grace is it takes grace to date. It takes grace to lose weight. It takes grace to do a great job at whatever you trying to do, to work, to make money. It takes grace to do all these things. So when you receive the grace of God first, before you do anything, before I make a decision, Lord, I need your presence with me. Go with me before I go into this meeting. Lord, before I download this dating app, I need your presence with me.
Yeah.
I don't want to decide anything without you.
Yeah. And the truth of that is his presence is always with you.
Right.
What you're doing is you're really telling a lot of life, as we're getting to know, is soulical.
You're getting your soul in line by with what you say.
Yeah. Because your soul tends to forget that you're seated in heavenly places in Christ Jesus. So you're just reminding your mind, will, and emotions, your psychological part of your life. And you're saying, hey, you're not in control. My spirit man is in control of my life. And think about it. You only feel the way you feel because of what you're thinking about at the moment.
Yeah.
But if you were thinking about something that made you feel better, then that means your feeling just shifted. Based upon how you think.
Absolutely. As
a man thinketh in his heart, so is he.
Doeth, yeah.
So
he doeth it.
He doeth it. So that's why it's almost like when you build a business, right? Talking about Goins, get Goins Pest Control. As much as I feel like I can just take chemical and throw it on a bug, I can't apply it that way.
Right.
Because it's against the law. It can cause harm.
That's good.
It would still affect the bug and kill it, but you have to go about it the right way.
That's good.
I have to mix it, dilute it correctly with a mask on, and then apply it around where it's supposed to be applied in order for the bug to do what it do and for a customer not to have an issue. So why would we think it's any different even though I feel like I want to do this and the Lord says, hey, I've given you Christ. Now allow that to proceed the wisdom to proceed how you go about this situation. You can end up with the same answer as somebody else, but the Holy Spirit would lead this person this way and lead you that way because your mind is this way and their mind is that way. And so he's not going to do it the same.
Wait, you just reminded me, like when you said God's presence is everywhere.
Yeah.
At the same time, if you don't acknowledge and you're not in, like, the reason why I love decreeing that, hey, Lord, and calling on him, calling his name, like, Lord, be with me when I go here. Be with me. When we go in and inspect, Lord, show me what I need to see so I can find the problem, find the issue. I like that, but I also know because sometimes you can go into a room and somebody's there, but you don't acknowledge them.
Right.
I mean, you don't say hi, you don't say nothing. So that's the Lord wants to be acknowledged.
Yeah.
He wants us to speak with him
about
everything. It doesn't matter what it is. So,
and just, I'm sorry, it's sparking my spirit. I'm reading 2 Samuel, and at the beginning of the first couple chapters, David is coming into being king, and there are scenarios to where you could say Yeah, of course. Go rescue your wife that just got stolen. Yeah, of course. Take Saul out because he been hating on you. Every single time it's saying that David asked the Lord
What to
first.
do first.
And then and David's movement to kingdomship was a lot more. David was free of any type of internal conflict because he inquired about the Lord. And that right there, that's a life principle, because it's like, we're not saying life is not going life and it's not going to be hard,
Because it is.
But when you get to the other side, if you, with all your issues like we got, have inquired the Lord, then when you do get to the other side, whether it is a relationship, then you could have a different confidence. I know I had anger issues and things that I dealt with as a man, and she obviously inquired the Lord to get with me. And when we had to go through some things to where I stopped drinking, and I'm only saying that because it's a part of the testimony, she still married me because she had a conviction, even with the stuff that she had to deal with emotionally in her own internal life. But she couldn't have seen the day. You couldn't have seen the day that I was going to make the decision to stop drinking.
Right.
God did. So you had this internal confidence to say, you know what, because God put it on my heart. And then all of a sudden, as it starts to unfold and you get to the other side, you can say, oh, snap, I see why, even though that was hard, I can see why God allowed me to make the decision. But if she went into it and we went into it and there was no Lord at all, you know, then it probably would have been a relationship that would have been like, oh, this is dope, but this ain't it.
Right. It's the reason why a lot of marriages, relationships don't last and get to the other side, because every relationship is going to have its problems and its issues.
Everyone.
We definitely went through a lot of different things that I didn't anticipate. But what I'm grateful for is now when new issues come up, like, again, the start of this year, it's been financial things, and what that looks like for our business and things like that. But because we've already seen the other side of all these other things, we know there's the other side is here too. Yeah. And it's a real thing that I think everybody faces at some point in time, unless you were born into wealth. And wealth is just, you got to relax because your forefathers, your parents, your grandparents, and them allowed you to relax.
Tell them about the other side of having a baby with the things you dealt with.
Oh, yeah. Before I had a baby, I had fibroids. I was told I would probably not get pregnant. I was also in my 40s. So the statistics and my situation and the physical, all of those things were to me told in a way that say, hey, if you may not have kids and you need to be okay with that, basically. Wow. Yeah. And I made my peace with it. You and I said, hey, if we have to adopt, when the Lord gives us enough money, we're open to adoption. We love children. And that was the decision that we made. Now to have had a baby, to know I could get pregnant again, to be turning 48 this year, and the grace that God has given me to be a parent, to feel young, to my body. I mean, I'm like, okay, I could do another one if I had to, Lord. Okay. It's not easy, but it's like, it's just, I'm on the other side of that I never saw. I'm on the other side of, I don't know when I'm going to own a home, 2-home ownership. Yeah. Now I own a business, and, so I just getting to the other side, God always makes a way.
Wow. Come on.
And his way.
Come on.
Most likely is the complete opposite of the way that you think it's going to be.
Not my way.
Yahweh. For real. I swear to you, what I've learned for sure, in the hardest times in my entire life,
real time,
how those hard times turned into joy. Woo. How the other side of tears, pain, anguish, how it turned into joy. Gratitude, even gratitude on the tough side, but true rejoicing and the full manifestation of the other side,
Yeah.
the other side did not come
Yeah.
how I thought it was going to.
Yeah.
It just never, it was never the way that I
Yeah.
thought it would be.
And I want to encourage people as well as ourselves is when you're in it, every day the Lord will take you through it step by step. He won't leave you. He won't, in the middle of a trial or tribulation, he also will be there with you.
Yeah.
And that's just as important to know, because
Yeah.
when you hear people getting to the other side, that's one thing, because you're still waiting. But when you're in it, it could be one
Listen,
in the whole 24 hours, but that one
man,
is what God knew that you needed.
it gets me emotional.
Yeah, because it's real. And so not only is he the God of the other side, he's also the father and the lover in the valley, in the furnace, in the intensity. And he's the Lord of the before you go into it. He's across the board. And God's heart is shown in Christ. So you never have to worry about if God is angry with you, because he judged Christ. And because he judged Christ, that means he now has peace with us because he supplied his own son. So God ain't judging you. Mm-mm. God ain't mad at you when you have a nervous breakdown. Mm-mm. And you trying to trust him and you prayed and you was happy. Then the next day you said all the opposite. He didn't say, oh, you didn't hold it together, now you got to wait longer. No, God is not like that. God is a father. And he just wants you to, with the great or little faith you have, to know that he's not going to leave you hanging. He doesn't. He's not conditional. He's not going to say, oh, you didn't do this or do this in order for me to. Nope.
Listen.
Nope.
It's true, because I think about, me and my mom talked about this. My mother was here for Grace's birthday, and I love my mom. She's so sweet, so kind and generous. And she was raised very religious. Mm-hmm. And I remember she used to tell me, if you have sex before marriage, you're going to hell.
Right.
And I really believed that. I mean, I waited into my 20s before I lost my virginity. I could have waited longer had I really understood why waiting was wiser, not out of fear of not doing it. Because then once you do it, then you're like, well, now I did it, so he's upset with me. Well, now everything else I do, he's upset. So how am I going to come back from that? If I'm already going to hell for that, how am I going to come back from that one? Right. So just, again, learning the grace of God as an adult and leaning into that and knowing, like he said, like that God loves me. And when things are happening that are tough, sometimes, he allows things because it's all for his glory. It's all to increase you. It's all to help you be even better, for you to fulfill his purpose. Yeah. So whatever is happening, I'm like, Lord, whatever you're allowing, I trust you. I'm grateful for whatever you're increasing in me. Yeah. You're maturing in me. Yeah. Whatever you need me to stop doing or do more of, this is teaching me that right now. So if it's tough, okay. You're giving me the strength to get through it. Yeah. I can't do it. It's your strength that's getting me through. Yeah. It's been helpful in marriage and in personal and in business. And just to pivot, because this is so good. And you started to talk about pest control and the nonprofit. I want to get to that because he has to go do an inspection. You know what I'm saying? And Grace will probably wake up soon. In pest control, again, we are grateful that the Lord gave us pest control as our marketplace ministry. So those of you who have ever been serviced by us, like James, you got to, get your problem solved and all those things. Mm-hmm. And it also allows us to carry the grace of God with us wherever we go. Mm-hmm. Because when people are calling about pest problems, typically they're not excited. No. They're not happy. They might be price shopping. And in the price shopping world, we want the best deal. Yeah. And sometimes because technology has advanced so much, there's AI, I can Google stuff like, how can I solve this problem myself and save some money? And even with ChatGPT is taking all the data that's out there, right? Mm-hmm. Our industry in pest control There we go. I'm glad that God gave us Get Goins Pest Control to be a source of information for people who need their problem solved. And, oh, no sound. How is it now? Because I know it paused. Are we good with sound?
Did the sound cut us out?
Did the sound cut us out? Okay. I think we're, let me see. Well, this is on, this is on, this is on. I hear now. Okay, yay. Okay, good.
We got about five.
Yeah.
Minutes.
We're okay. Wonderful. Thank you. So, we're just grateful that with pest control, that's what the Lord's given us to help people avoid serious problems that pests can leave, because certain pests carry diseases. And so we're getting ready. It's getting warmer in California. So mosquitoes, I'm looking forward to doing some educational videos with him on the importance of mosquito control and how you can only do so much on your own. And then you need to call us or a licensed pest control company that knows how to help relieve some of the pressure that you just can't control because maybe you live near a water basin or, your neighbor has standing water, things like that. So, pest control is something that we are happy to provide that service
1,000%.
and teach people why it costs what it costs. Because again, if we're carrying the grace of God with us, then we care about your issue, not just getting paid for solving it.
I think the word cheap, just put it that way, it kind of carries its own connotation. If I'm purchasing something, I don't want it cheap. I think if you can get value and then you are able to get a price with the value, that's different than cheap. Because if you're going for cheap, then trust me, after being on so many structures and being on so many projects and seeing, you don't want cheap. Cheap can have your gas not cut off. Cheap can have you at the wrong address. Cheap can have your tile on your roof broken.
Right, that you won't know that roofer that you used who was cheap and gave you the best deal, but now it's raining. With all the rain we got, you start to see where the leaks are.
Cheap brings a lot of those things. And so Get Goins Pest Control, we're a value, white glove service, and we're going to have integrity as we always do. And we're going to be competitive in our pricing, but we're going to have value, and we're not going to be cheap because cheap is not what you deserve. But I digress.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Cheap ain't what you deserve. And so, yeah.
Yeah,
keeping it going.
Yeah, we take joy in solving people's problem and being a white glove service pest control company. So those who are, it says it's all about value. We always pay for the best, especially with something like pest control. Yeah, some people do get that. Many people don't, but at least if Get Goins Pest Control, if you ever call us, if you ever need advice on anything, we love to offer free advice when it comes to over the phone questions like, what bug is this? And I'm not sure. I got this other quote and things like that. But if we come to your house, know that the excellence is coming, but it's coming with the grace of God. It's not just coming to get your money. Yeah. That's irrelevant if I get your money and don't solve your problem.
And shout out to who wrote that statement was David, who's one of our colleagues in Pest Talks, and we talk to him weekly. And he's in the pest control industry. And,
yes.
And he's one of the sharpest managers, businessman, professional that you'll ever meet.
I'm telling you.
I'm telling you, David is sharp. So thank you, Dave, for sharing that.
Oh yeah, we're blessed to know him, and whatever he touches is just supernaturally just increases and grows. And more people need to see people like David in our industry of pest control, because it's not the same person that you envision like this. I don't know. My mind was always like, who is this old white person coming with the can? He's just gonna spray. And I'm not dissing. I'm half white. I'm not dissing nobody. My mama is white, German, Irish. I'm just saying, black people showing up. Hey, I'm here to do pest control. Can't say that's what I was accustomed to seeing, let alone somebody that was happy to teach me and take the time to tell me what's happening and make me feel comfortable. And that way, by the time, hey, what do I owe you? I didn't even care because I was so happy with the service. So anyway, let's flip to Keep It Goins. Keep It Goins, our nonprofit foundation that provides free pest control to people who can't afford it. We had our first event with Chase Bank yesterday, the Chase Bank at SoFi Stadium. It was amazing. We had an in-person audience and an online audience. People were on the East Coast receiving free financial health wisdom from the experts that are at Chase Bank. It was amazing. I enjoyed it. I learned what I needed to learn. It was all kinds of levels of different people in different stages of their financial journey. We own a business. We're new homeowners. We had college students. We had other business owners. I mean, it just was, it was so awesome. And it's helping Chase and Keep It Going grow our partnership so that they can actually give our foundation money. That's how it works. You don't just, get to do an event with Chase or pretty much any corporation and they just give you a check and say, hey, there you go. They want to build a relationship with you that's valuable to the community. And so us doing this on a quarterly basis as of right now with Chase, it builds that relationship so that when we say, hey, we really need this amount for this beneficiary or for this event or for this gala, they will give it.
Yeah, Chase is definitely a strategic partner. Shout out to Christopher who leads that, and definitely looking forward to seeing this year and how that develops and what other families we're going to be able to help as a result, and what other partnerships and business and colleagues that we'll be able to gather together and have a community all hands on deck type of situation, which is the best anyway, in my opinion. So
yes, super excited to see that grow and just help as many people as we can. So yeah, if you know of anyone that is suffering from a severe infestation that is either elderly, physically, mentally disabled, low income, impoverished, anything that falls into that category, and they own their property, give us a jingle, an email, a DM, go to our website, it's keepitgoins.org. And if you rent, we do have some resources for you too. If you're a renter and you have an owner or a property manager that's not really willing to help you. So we can provide some resources there as well.
Yeah. Well, there it is. Going live. I got to get going.
He's got to get going to the inspection.
And I love you.
And maybe you'll come and inspect me later.
I'm saying.
And then we can have little Benjamin.
I'm saying.
Look.
I mean, you see the legs. You know what I'm saying? See, when you're also, that's why not everything is spiritual.
I missed the spot on shaving.
There's not everything's not spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's physical.
I can't.
God knew what he was doing. It's my father. He loved me. He was like, here's my daughter. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But great live. Look forward to next Saturday. It'll be February, so we'll just keep it going.
I know, we'll keep it going. We love y'all. Thank you for tuning in, and until the next one, peace. Yay!
Ba, 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 ba.
We're ending the live.